Time for our monthly stone check. Post your stones down below. How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We are back for another Dokkan battle video. It is that time of the month again. It is time for our monthly stone check and our look ahead to how many stones you can expect from now until the 8-year anniversary on July in Global Dokkan battle. So we're going to go ahead and look, and we're going to have to make a little bit of speculation here, as the campaign info for the next campaign has not yet dropped on Global Dokkan. It should have dropped already. I'm kind of curious what they're holding back for, but for whatever reason they haven't released it. So we're going to make a bit of speculation and a few assumptions here, but the overall total won't change. Last we checked in, we said that the most likely amount for you to have, if you had started at 0 at the beginning of February, you were likely to have 1,500 stones by the start of the anniversary. Now that we are at Saiyan Day, you should be up by about 600 stones or so, but I'm going to assume that most of you have maybe spent some on that wonderful God Goku. So we're going to work on here from 0 to how many you can expect between now and then. So let's go ahead and get started. We're just going to go over rough estimates here. We're not going to have a complete breakdown. We'll do that when celebration info is given out, and go from there. So this is the Dokkan Festival Yamcha campaign. This was the part 1 campaign leading into the SDR Carnival Goku campaign. There was quite a bit to gain from here, right? There was about 16 stones from the login bonus, and about another 15 or 10 to 15 from the missions, right? So we're already up 25. Obviously you're going to get 2 from here. They also had the new Super Battle Road, so another 5, so we're up about 35 from another Dokkan Ultimate Clash, a new quest mode area which added about 18 stones, right? And then a new Easy A for the LR Bojack, and a new Dragon Ball story. All of this should be coming in the coming month. So with the Dokkan Festival Yamcha, if we include him and whatever his part 2 ends up being, it's not going to be too much different. Like, we're not going to have any of this stuff. We're not going to have the Carnival Goku, but there will be a part 2, even if it's just a filler banner. There is going to be a part 2, and this part 2 is going to then grant us several more stones, totaling, right, if we include the new Super Strike, we should be getting another Super Strike Awakening to replace the TN. We'll get the next half of the Area 30 quest mode stage. We'll get another burst mode, which has about 20 stones or so. And then we'll get a bunch of returning events, another chain battle versus, we actually, there might not be another chain battle actually, since it would basically be an entirely new one. It's possible, but I doubt it. So all in all, this celebration actually had a lot of stones on JP. We total it up, if we include all of the quest mode stages, we are looking at about just under 200 stones here. So about 200 stones here for this. Now, after this campaign, we should be leading into the Golden Week campaign, this one here. This campaign is going to grant us quite a number of stones, because it is a double celebration on both JP and Dokkan. So like last year, we actually, for whatever reason, it's reversed here, right? I'm not sure why. Alright, but for here, right, we're going to have new Super Battle Road and Extreme Super Battle Road stages, 25 stones from this, another chain battle more than likely. Every time we do big celebrations like this, there is a chain battle. So, you know, that's already, you know, what, 30, 20, 24, or no, 34, 24, 10. It's already more than 50 stones right there. Then we're going to have the login special missions. This is, I think, 2 stones they give per login every day. So times that by 60. You're looking at around 2, and then you include all the missions, and this is just part 1, mind you. You're looking at around 250 stones just for the part 1 campaign. Within this campaign, there's also the Goku Day campaign. The Goku Day campaign, while a bit smaller, still offers a lot. There'll be new missions that will grant stones. There'll be a login bonus, right, for each day. So you get 5, 5, 8, 5, 9, and 5, 10, totaling in, what is that, 15 plus 25 plus 16. So almost 46 stones, right? So gonna be a lot, or 47 stones rather. On top of that, there will probably be some new events that will get stones for, whatever that ends up being. Could be something simple like that you just get 1 or 2 stones for clearing, but still get an extra 50 stones. So this whole campaign, like last year's campaign, gave us, I think in total, over 300 stones. So you combine that, you combine this crowd right here, this campaign, that's 500 stones alone just for that, right? So that's pretty darn good. Like I said, this is more or less a rough estimate based on previous calculations that we did in our last video, which I'll link down below. But, you know, we're talking 500 stones, like from previously, so that's pretty good. You add that to, let's assume you were saving, right? You probably had around 800 or so, or 600 or so saved up, so you're at about 1100 stones by the end of these 2 campaigns. That's a pretty sweet deal. Moving from these 2 campaigns after Golden Week, we'll move into the next campaign, which is the first campaign following the 8th anniversary on JP Dokkan, and that was the Super 17 campaign. Now, this was a very small campaign. I want to remind you of that. It wasn't big, there wasn't much to it, but it did, and that's mostly because it led into the Saiyan Day campaign. So it's like half of campaign. So there will be a part 1 and a part 2 for this campaign on Global. It may not be a whole lot, but right, we had about 6 or so stones from, or I'm sorry, 6, did I say 6? 17 stones from here. We had about I think it was about 10 stones from logging in here, or not logging in, from missions. So login was about 17 stones, missions was about 10 or so. That's usually the rough estimate for 10, maybe more, maybe less, but that's usually what you get from your totality of your missions. So just you know, take for the login, right, because it'll be a lengthened campaign, just expand it for the whole month. So when Golden Week ends, right, if we look here, we can see that Golden Week ended at, when did these banners leave? On the 30th. So on June 1st, the next campaign will start, and then you go from June 1st to June 31st, and you're looking at about 30 stones from logging in. From there, right, you got the missions, so that's about 40 stones. We had some new EZAs, so there's about 4 stones to be gained from that. New Clash, so another 24 stones. New Pets on Battle, you can get up to 10 stones. I think this one gave 2 new missions for the Fighting Legend Goku event, so that'll get you 10 stones there. And then I think the EZA for the MVP 17, so another 30 stones. So it was a very small campaign, but still almost 100 stones from that campaign alone, all things together, right? Then add that to whatever our part 2 is. We won't know what the part 2 is, because the part 2 of this campaign right now will be whatever the current part 2 for the Dokkan Fest Kale celebration ends up being, which we obviously won't know until later in the month. But if we were to look at the campaign, where is it? This is campaigns on JP. So let's go campaigns global. And let's go year 7. Right, and so the part 2 for our June Dokkan Fest was these guys here, which, I mean, not going to be a whole lot. It'll pretty much just be the extended login, so whatever's left over from the half, some missions, couple stones, maybe 10 or so. Won't know if we'll get the Ginyu fighting pose or not. There might be something to try to help us build stones, but then that was pretty much it. Aside from this chain battle is only here because we missed it because of Saiyan Day on Global, so that's probably not going to be there. Might get a new Super Battle Road, might get some other things, but that's pretty much all that was there, and a World Tournament. But we know that there's now a World Tournament within the 8th anniversary. Normally there's one right before it, but now we know there's one during the anniversary this year, so we can discount that 50 stones there. So, like I said, the second half isn't really going to be that many stones. Maybe like 8 to 10 from the missions, if we get a Ginyu fighting pose, and then maybe 1 or 2 extra events. It really depends on what the part 2 is, but realistically, you're still going to get about 100 or so stones for that. So you add that on to what you had previously, we were looking at about 1,200 stones. From there, we'll get the countdown missions, right? So if we look here, log in every day, you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 stones for logging in every day in the countdown campaign added onto that, plus the comeback campaign missions, where if we manage to get all of them, we're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 more stones there. So that's another 10 added on to our 1,200 or so. Speed battle gets you about another 15 stones, and then that was pretty much it for the countdown campaign, and then it launches into the anniversary. So like I said, if you were to add that into what you had for the initial run-in with the with our February Dokkan Fest, leaving January Dokkan Fest, you're going to be entering the anniversary pretty close to 1,500 stones, depending on how much you started with, right? We're ending here just under 1,300, and that's not including all the initial login stones that you're going to get for the 8th anniversary, right? You're going to get, I think, they don't have the stone count. Normally they post the stone count up here, but, you know, initial login, you're getting a crap ton of stones for the first login, right? 88 stones for the first login, so it's going to be really, really nice, plus all of these campaigns that are going all through it. So if you start saving now and you don't summon on anything to come, you're looking at 1,200 to about 1,500 stones. I'm rounding up to about 1,500 because I'm including the possibility of any further campaigns, right? We don't necessarily know what the part 2 for the upcoming Yamcha celebration is going to be on Global. We just know we're getting this for the part 1 more than likely, but we can assume there's going to be a little bit of extra stones there for the part 2, because April usually brings us a pretty big amount of stones. So I am also including in there the possibilities for any top grossings, especially for like Golden Week or something. And we usually get a top grossing in the lead up campaign to the anniversary, because a lot of people start buying stones at that time. So it's possible, right? So, but you're still looking at a pretty healthy amount. At a minimum, you should be greater than 1,000 if you start saving now. So anyways, guys, I know that was a bit of a long video, but that is the video. That is how many stones you can expect between now and the 8th anniversary campaign. Again, about 1,200 to 1,500 stones, depending on what you've been saving so far. I say good luck to all of you guys in your continued efforts to save. I'm definitely probably going to only be doing tickets for the upcoming Yamcha celebration, and I will be joining you guys in our journey to save, maybe summoning once Golden Week shows up and we know what those units are. But that is what's to come. If you guys liked the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let me know, what is your current stone account? Are you looking good? Have you been saving? Did you get trapped by any bait banners like I did? Did you summon for God Goku? If so, what did that leave you with? And what are you anticipating to have by the time we enter the 8th anniversary campaign? Would love to see where you guys are at in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.